You know, someone actually told me that the reason why it's called a walla is because you look like a koala bear when you drink it. Isn't that silly? Hi guys, good morning. I thought for like this week, I started kind of vlogging, but like I thought it'd be fun to kind of just do a little sit down kind of update on my little yoga mat in my living room. Wait, no guys, you need to see this. These are my little decorations that Brie set up in the house. Super cute. We have the little hanging lights from like Harry Potter. That girl's amazing. We're gonna have like a cute little Halloween party on Sunday. So I might record that and just like, you know, vlog that and me, all my friends just hanging out and catching up and stuff like that. As you guys know, I'm a theater kid, so like all my theater friends, you know, we're gonna sing. So can't wait for that. We're gonna do a little, it's probably gonna be karaoke. I still haven't figured out what my costume is gonna be. I was gonna go and buy a costume, but y'all, costumes are expensive. Like people charge, like I'm not even gonna spend $20 on a costume. Sorry. What happened to the days when you spend $6, $8 on a costume? Oh, but you know what I could be? I could be a vampire and get little like $8 fangs. Wait, but then it's gonna be hard for me to eat. But you see my logic going here? You see my logic? I don't know. Well, Brie and her bestie, they're gonna be Pain and Panic from Hercules. So I was like, I could be Hades. And figure that out and literally just have my hair up like this. I look insane, but it would be so fun. Okay, stay tuned. Stay tuned for that one. I kind of wanted to update about kind of like little things. Really like speaking about theater. I've been kind of like intentionally, unintentionally taking a little like hiatus. It was much needed. Like it's nothing that's like, oh, you know, anything that's like life or death or anything like that. I think I just really needed to prioritize the things in my life outside of auditioning and, you know, grinding and trying to make it on Broadway kind of a thing. I had to ask myself like really, what was I doing it for and who was I doing it for, you know, because I've pretty much been doing theater since I was in high school for the most part, but like I've always been singing my whole life, and I feel like, I don't know, I was on the train and I was like, when I was in high school, like that period of time was such, I have so much brain fog when I think about high school. Simply because like, I don't feel like I had a lot of guidance. I feel like I didn't really know what I was doing. I mean, I definitely could give myself a lot more credit, but like, I have so much brain fog when it comes to that stuff because like, I don't know, like I never felt like I had a place to fully kind of fit in until I found theater, and pretty much from there, and like I kind of found my people, and I will always appreciate the people that I met in that tiny little portable, because I felt like they gave me a chance to be who I was, and to really explore that. And for a while, I think that's what theater just became about. It became, for me, an outlet to express all the creativity that I had inside. Because I was always a creative kid. I was always painting something, collaging something, DIYing, backpacks and duct tape wallets. Like I was always on that. I was always on that. So it felt like a place where all those kinds of kids that were just like me came together and were like, I'm just like you, you're just like me. And I feel like I thrived in that environment. I so thrived in that environment. And I feel like now, you know, especially going into college, and it's about now, okay, how do you make this space your career, essentially? And it's so interesting because, like, they tell you don't join theater for the money, which makes sense. Because I mean, you saw with the SAG strike and just simply the fact that you can't really make a living just off of one Broadway show. You can make a decent living. But like, it's not as sustainable because it's not consistent, you know? So you can be set in one show, but like once that contract ends, you're kind of like floundering because you're like, oh my God, where am I gonna get next? I don't have a job to pay my rent. What am I gonna do? Kind of a thing. So they tell you for that reason, really don't join theater for the money. Which is period. But also like art has become such a commodity where it's like people are making money off of your art and your labor. And I think I just got to a point that was like, what am I doing this for? Because I felt like I was in these rooms, in these spaces where my artistry necessarily wasn't being appreciated. And it's nothing personal, you know, like when a casting director or a producer gets a show, like they're looking for somebody to fix that problem. They're looking to fill a hole. So they're not fully looking at performers and being like, you can be shaped and molded. Like, no, because they want you to come in and either you have it or you don't, simply, you know? And I think that's something that I've been trying to navigate. Because I feel like I was going in for a lot of roles that like weren't necessarily right for me, or I went out for a lot of roles that I felt like should be right for me, based on like the fact that I'm a Black woman. And I was like, yeah, of course I can sing. I hate the bus, I want my own car, kind of a thing. And B, I felt like I couldn't find my actual self through my performances. I feel like when I was in school, and you know, we were doing different scenes, like, you know, for months on end, and you just basically just have your head in a script and you're getting obsessed with that script. Like literally, they're in that box, but like the amount of scripts that I bought at the beginning of the semester, and then now they are chewed up, highlighted, crinkled, all that stuff, because I would eat, sleep, and breathe it. And I just miss that process. I miss that process because like it allowed me to find purpose in what I wanted to do, and also it allowed me to truly like be myself and breathe myself into the art that I was making, kind of a thing. It's something that I feel like I'm really learning, especially when in regards to, because I do both. Oh, well, really my passion started with musical theater, but as I went to school, I was like, oh, I actually really want to like be an actor and like be like TV, film, be in movies, and like really go in that realm and like do Shakespeare and straight plays and like be in the theater, and really be a very prestige actor. And I mean, that obviously expands the palette from just musical theater. But I think something that I'm learning, um, especially when it regards to musical theater, is that really like there's space for you. There's space for you. Even though it might not feel like it, even though it feels like, you know, you go into the room and nobody cares, um, and it might feel like, you know, you're trudging along and you're getting some things, but like, you know, you kind of just like on a break period. Um, there is space for you. There is a place for you because there's only one you. There's only one Whitley. There's only one whoever out there. And it's like, you really just have to show up in this space and be that person. You know, I feel like a lot of the times, especially with theater, they want to push us to kind of fit a mold, even though the idea of typecasting isn't around anymore. But like, they want you to fit a mold. They want you to fit a mold. They want to be like, oh girl, you be perfect for such and such. You know, they want you to, you know, go in and kind of mold yourself to whatever ideas they want you to kind of fit into. And there are some actors that can do that, you know, and like I feel like everybody shoots to be a very transformative actor, but like really and truly, you can't be anyone else but yourself. Transformative in the sense that like you can relate to many people. Yeah, of course. I feel like everybody would want that just in life. But like, I feel like sometimes that creates almost like this toxic push and pull because like you're constantly wanting to be like somebody else, you know. And really and truly, it's not about becoming somebody, it's about relating to another person. That's what you're doing as an actor. You're taking the life of somebody that you either knew or never met in your life, but you read their words and you read about their life and you're like, oh my God, I've been there. I've been there. I've been there, and that hurts, dude. I have to, I feel like I can show people what that feels like and hopefully share that story to somebody so that they can also be like, wow, I've been there. I've been there. Somebody else sees me and I'm not alone. And I'm not alone. I feel like that's why I do theater, because I found theater at a time where I felt like I was the only one. I felt like I was the only one that didn't belong, you know, and then I found my people. So it's like through my art, I want to show people and relate to different people's stories and tell people's stories in order to help just one more person not feel like they're alone. Yeah. Yeah. And that means a lot. That means a lot. So right now, really like I'm getting back on like physically conditioning my body to do the work. 'Cause y'all, I've been out every night. I've been drinking. I've been drinking. I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot. And I'm like, girl, it's time to condition. So I'm sitting here on my yoga mat. I didn't do my morning kind of Pilates, but like just a stretch kind of a thing. Bree's also a dancer. So also Bree is a dancer. I'm not included in that. She's dancer first. I am like dancer last. But Bree's a dancer. So like she also gets the you know, like I need to condition my body and like be ready so you don't gotta get ready. She gets that. So like hopefully we'll start like working out soon. We literally like there's a gym right across the street, or on our same block. So we might get a little gym membership. and try and like put our schedules together so that we can go to the gym at the same time at least. Because that would be great. I miss waking up. It sounds crazy. It's gonna sound crazy. I miss waking up and putting on my little athleisure and just going to the gym with my little yoga mat. I miss that. It was really dumb. I hated it at some times because I would wake up at 6 a.m., and then go to class at 3. I can't believe I used to do that. Can't believe it. But you got to do what you got to do. And that was such a more focused point in my life. I feel like right now I really am looking for like focus. Because that, I think that would really help me in terms of like moving forward. I feel like the theme of this year is being intentional. Intentionality, being intentional. I feel like that is the theme of this year, and really just like being like, what am I doing? What am I doing this for? Where are we going? How do I get there? And not in a way that's very like ba 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 ba, but just in a way that's like, I have the reins, I'm driving the car, so where are we going? Where are we going? Simply, what turn are we making? Oh, make that turn. That wasn't really right turn. Let's go back on track. And kind of just like moving with intention, I feel like is what the theme of this year or this chapter in my life has been. And I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. Something else I wanted to talk about is my little boy, my little boy, my little man, or whatever. He's literally on the phone right now, but he's sleeping, so he can't hear me. But so me and my boy, we met in high school, actually in theater club. He doesn't like necessarily do theater, but he was just in theater. He was in drama. He was like one of those guys that was like there and you're like, what is he here for? But he was great. He was great. He did a great job. He is literally the sweetest little angel in the world. And we have pretty much known each other since we were 17. We moved to New York at the same time, not like together, but just like our trajectories kind of both took us to New York. And we have pretty much known each other for about like 5 years or so. And, you know, a lot of trial and error, a lot of learning. And I feel like this period we're also being very intentional with how we move with each other, you know. We were long distance for the first like year and a half of our relationship, because it was COVID, so that's one. And then also after COVID, he moved to New York and I was still in Florida at the time. So we were long distance. I think a year and a half to 2 years of our relationship was spent kind of over the phone, visiting each other, things like that. And right now he's in Florida and I'm here. And it's really like making the decision of being like, all right, like this is the person that I want to be with. This is what we're going to do to make it work. And this is how we got to move, kind of a thing. And I feel like I've really learned, one, in a relationship, you cannot be selfish. You cannot love selfishly. In the sense that, like, when you truly find somebody, and I mean, like, when you find somebody and you're like, this is it. When you truly find somebody, it becomes about, how can I make this person happy? How can I ensure that we give each other what we need, you know? And it becomes about being like, how do I show up for you, you know? But that also comes with knowing how to show up for yourself. Because you can't do that if you don't know how to show up for yourself. If you don't know how to genuinely put yourself first and to love yourself, just as an individual, you will never be able to show up that way in a relationship. Because then the relationship's going to become about, how do you serve my needs? Because you're lacking in something, so you're looking for somebody to fill that void, you know, or at least that's how I was, or I, you know, have been. And I feel like he's really teaching me how to show up and, you know, show up with my full heart. And that comes with trust. That comes with trust, honey. But I'm somebody that, like, I'm a long-term person. Like, all my best friends I have known for 10 plus years. I'm a long-term gal. So, like, once I know that I can trust you, we're locked in. We're locked in. Once I know that I can lean on you emotionally, spiritually, mentally, we're there. We're there. There's nothing really to talk about. And I feel like that's the period that we're at right now. It only took 5 years, but like now I'm like, oh, you know, the trust is there. Things are being built. And we're just trying. We're just trying and genuinely not putting any pressures on it. And I feel like that also works with being intentional, you know, being like, we're just going to try this. We're just going to try this and see where things kind of go. But like, I know y'all see my skin glowing. It's because of that man. But also, it's because of that shower head, y'all. I'm not even playing with you. This is like the 3rd video I've said this in. Y'all, my skin doesn't usually look like this. It does not usually look like this, y'all. Like, even like here, so smooth. Get a filtered shower head. Get one now. Get one now. And get one from Jolie. I'll literally put the link in my bio. Get one now. Like, don't even, especially in New York, y'all, you know that water come from the Hudson River. Probably. Who knows? Who knows? And that's the kind of water that you want to put on your skin. Now I'm glowing. Get you a filter shower head. But yeah, that's about my man. Maybe he'll appear in a video. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I mean, he already did, but like maybe you'll probably see him pop in just like a little here and there. But this channel is mine. The channel's mine. It's not about me and him. It's about me. This one's for me. So, respectfully, he might just pop in and that'll be it. And I would keep the cards pretty close to my chest with this one, because this is sacred. That's my little yeah. And I don't wanna do too much. Like, that's my man. We locked in. I don't wanna do too much. I feel like I've also been learning to set realistic expectations for yourself. I was talking to my therapist and I was like, oh my God, I just need to get my room together. Like, I got to just like set everything up. I need to go buy a dresser and all that stuff. And she was like, well, do you have the finances for a dresser? And I was like, not at the moment, but like, I'll just swipe the card and think about it later. And she was like, now Pookie, that's unhealthy spending habits. And I was like, oh, I'm just a girl. Why would you say that about me? But she's so right. She's so right. And also she was like, you've been there for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Do you know you have 30 minutes? 30, yes. She's like, you've been here for 3 weeks, girl. Like, the expectation shouldn't be that you have your whole room set up. Like, you know, I just think for me personally right now, I think the best thing for me to do is to take it slow, and not have pressure to set everything up, kind of a thing. And especially because we're gonna have this party on Sunday, I was a little like, oh my god, people are coming over, we don't have a couch, we don't have a couch. But like, guys, my home is nice. We have yoga mats. They'll sit down on the yoga mats. We have a few pillows. Like, my friends will not care. And not even a way that it's like, ooh, girl, you don't got it. But more so just being like, meet yourself where you're at. Meet yourself where you're at. Because I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself to appear fine when like really I'll be like, y'all, this one ain't it. Y'all, this one ain't it. I feel like it becomes a lot about the appearance of things. But like, if I were to go there and spend mad bread on a couch, yeah, it might appear like, oh my god, she has her place set up together. It might not be able to pay first month's rent type ish. You know what I mean? Because I just spent half my life on a freaking couch, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? I'm really enjoying doing this. Like, I usually would hate sitting down and talking to a camera, but like, I'm actually really enjoying just like documenting this point in life. You know what I mean? This video might be a little kind of short, but like, I just want to update. I think that's kind of all it's really been. What else is it? Oh, y'all, I went to the club. Sure, I went to Henrietta's. I think all the like Lower East Side baddies know where that is. I think it's in the Lower East Side. I'm pretty sure. And we went. It was like Club Friday, and it was cute. It was fun. I'll insert a few clips and stuff, but like, I had fun. And then literally the next night went over to my friend Sophie's house and like had wine and charcuterie to celebrate our friends' birthdays. And I had a grand old time. I have loved hanging out with my friends lately. Like, I mean, I usually do. I always love hanging out with my friends. But like, just recently, just like in this past month, all my friends that I have interacted with, I'm like, oh, guys, I love you. I feel like I have a really beautiful circle around me, especially right now. So like, I appreciate them all, love them all, and I thank them for being there. Literally just being there. I think that might be all I have for now. Next week we'll see kind of where we go. Actually, I think the next video might just be our party on Sunday. For Halloween girls. We'll see what I dress up as, because I mean, I've been pretty good, you know, these past couple years, but I don't remember the last time I like put that shit on, you know what I mean? But like this year, it's time to dress up. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Like and subscribe. We're girls now. It's been 3 weeks. We've already been on this journey. We're girls now. If you haven't met me before, you're welcome. Hi, you're amazing. I'm sure you're great, and I'm sure we're gonna vibe. So just subscribe, just like, and keep it going, because like, we see each other. So yeah, I think that's it. I will see you guys next week. Mwah. Thanks for watching. I love you guys so much. Bye.